Good day, everybody. Today's lesson is going to be on how to damage faulty stock items which have been bought back by a customer and the proper procedure to follow when booking in damages. When a customer brings in a faulty item back to the store, the first thing you should do as a salesman is to listen to the customer and hear what the fault of the item is. And then after that, you as the salesman should test the item yourself and then prove that it is actually faulty with no physical damage. Then you can exchange the item for the customer and then proceed to damage the faulty item. The reason that we test items which are bought back by customers is because sometimes we find that the problem is not from our item, but is from the customer's end. For example, a customer might buy a cheap 1M charger while they're trying to charge a 2M phone. This might cause the misconception that the charger is not working, while the actual problem is that the phone needed a 2M charger. Another example is with the batteries, which are marked when they're bought back for the first time. The reason we mark the batteries is because sometimes we find that a phone has an IC problem, and when a new battery is used, it seems as if the battery is faulty while the faulty item is the customer's phone. So it's always best to mark the battery for the first time, and if it doesn't come back for the second time, then that proves that the problem was with the phone and not with the battery. It is the duty of every salesman to ensure that before any faulty item is put into the damage box, there is a damage sticker which has been put on the item stating the shop number, the PLU, the problem, and the name of the tester. It is important that all this is done before the faulty item goes into the damage box, because if you're going to do it after, then you might not remember what the problem was with the faulty item and you might write the wrong fault. For your spare part damages like your LCDs and your touches, it is advised for every technician that they should test their LCDs and touches before they remove the guarantee seals. This will benefit your shop because once you send the damages to the warehouse, they won't get written off from your shop stock. They will instead be sent back to the suppliers. But once the guarantee seal is off, then the warehouse will have no choice but to write off the spare part from your shop because they can't send it back to the supplier with the guarantee seal cracked. The warehouse will also write off items which have physical damage coming from your store. So the best thing you must do is always try to keep your damages looking as new as possible so that they're able to take them back to the supplier. Damaged spare parts which still have the guarantee seal on both sides will get a damage sticker, but the damage sticker will not be put on flat. Instead, you will only tear off half of the paper and put half of the damage sticker pasted on the spare part item. But spare parts which do not have the guarantee seal on both sides don't need to get a damage sticker. Instead, you'll just wrap them in foam and put them in the damage box. When it's time to send damages to the warehouse, it's important for you to know the week in which your shop sends damages to the warehouse. There's a post on the forum called Damage Schedule, which shows whether your shop will send damages on an odd week or on an even week. So whenever you're unsure when to send damages, always check the Damage Schedule post and it'll tell you whether your shop sends damages in an odd week or an even week. When making a GRV for your damages, you will proceed as follows: 2 purchases, 4 returns, 1 credit return. And then creditor number or name, I'll put 18 for shop 18 and then enter. Once on the credit return template, I'll leave my discount as 0 and then I'll go to my invoice and put in a small description where for this case I'll use 20 November damages, DAM. And then I'll scroll down to my rep number and I'll put my technician rep number and then F10. Once on the credit return screen, now you can put in all the items you want to damage, where I'll use an example using my carbon phone and I'll damage 2. And then I'll make a second example using PLU 1025, which is my iPhone charger, and I'll damage 3. And then lastly, I'll use my power bank and I'll damage 1. And then when I'm done, I press F10. After clicking F10, your GRV will print out and then you can put it in the box alongside your damages. At this point, all your damaged items should be in the damage box with the damage stickers. All spare parts like your touch screens and your LCDs should be wrapped in protective plastic foam to keep them from cracking. Then you will seal the box with box tape and then write the shop number, write that the box is for damages, and then write the date, and then the box is ready to go to the warehouse. Thank you.